Hello Year 3 and 4, my name is Matt Cornell and I'm a structural engineer in Brisbane. You've asked us to answer some questions about earthquakes and natural disasters and cyclones and how they affect buildings. Luckily that's something we know a lot about because we design a lot of buildings for cyclones up in North Queensland, in my old hometown of Mackay, and up in Airlie Beach in the Whitsundays. Down here in Brisbane we don't get cyclones, but we still get strong winds. So we have to design buildings to make sure they're safe and strong so that people can hide in them when the weather gets bad. I've asked my graduate engineers to help out with answering the questions. So now I'll hand over to them. Have a great day.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I've been an engineer for 2 years.
I'm Jed. I graduated university last year and been working as a structural engineer for about 8 months now, something like that.
How do natural disasters impact on your design?
So the main sort of natural disaster we have to design for is cyclones. So obviously the worse they are, the higher the speeds of the wind, so the stronger the building has to be.
Yeah, there's mainly cyclones in Australia, mainly up north. We don't really have to deal with kind of earthquake loadings, snow loadings, anything like that. In Australia anyway. If you go overseas, you might have to deal more with typhoons and earthquakes.
Are there certain materials that can survive an earthquake or cyclone?
Yes, definitely. The best types of materials that they use in structural buildings are concrete and steel. They've both got characteristics. Steel's really good at getting pulled upon and concrete's really good at getting squished. So if you combine them, you've got the best of both worlds.
Yeah, and if you use timber as well, just in small houses, that can be a fairly cheap option, and timber's good kind of under those wind loadings because timber can flex and move a bit, without kind of cracking or breaking. Timber's a good one as well if used appropriately.
Have you ever seen a natural disaster hit a building in person?
I actually have. I was born in Cairns and it's in northern Queensland. There's lots of cyclones there, and I remember being a little kid and all the power was off and I just hid under the couch and could see all the palm trees we had in our backyard smashing into each other and hitting the gutter of the house, and so it was pretty serious.
How do you ensure the buildings you build are strong and safe, and how long does it take?
So there's, I guess, a set of rules that you have to follow when you're designing a building, and if you can prove that you've met all those targets in terms of strength and flexibility within the design, you can be pretty sure that the building is going to be fit for purpose.
The design of the building, it can vary a bit, but usually it doesn't take too long. So you can design just a residential house in a day, anywhere between a day and a couple days, but it does take a lot of collaboration kind of between the client, like the homeowner, and whoever's kind of drawing it up to make it look good, and the builder what they want, and finding out what information you need, like getting information about the soil and that you're going to build this new house on. So when you throw all that into the mix, it can take a bit longer than those couple of days, but the actual design work isn't long itself.
What's the best thing about being an engineer?
I think it's a job that has a lot of respect, and it's got a lot of responsibilities too, and I just like it because it feels like a job that not everyone can do, only smart people like me.
I really like the kind of the challenges like that come with the job, like being able to face a problem and try and think of a solution that kind of where you have to be creative but still work within kind of the set rules that we talked about earlier, and when you come up with something that actually can be built and you see it in real life and it's working as you wanted it to kind of work, that's a really satisfying feeling.
Where do you get your inspirations and ideas from?
So I like to pretty much look at previous jobs that have been similar. If there's a similar sort of house or a similar building in a similar sort of soil conditions, or if it's in a cyclone area as well, you can see what's been done before and try and sort of use those ideas as best you can in the scenario you've got at the time.
Yeah, that's a good one. Again, that comes down to kind of experience, because we're both fairly new, so we look a lot to similar jobs rather than our past experience. Moving forward, like the more experience you gain, you can just draw on that and be able to kind of have that information more readily available. But yeah, looking at past work, also just Googling, looking on the internet, and having a chat to other people, other engineers, other builders, how they want to do things. That's a good way to find out kind of new ways, or kind of things you haven't thought of that could be a better solution to the problem.